In June 2012, something happened that has stayed with me ever since, haunting my memories. Danielle Harkins, a 35-year-old teacher from a peaceful town near St. Louis, went through a profound change that deeply unsettled our group of friends. It all started innocently enough during a trip to Tampa, Florida, driven by our curiosity. However, it quickly turned into a horrifying tale of disturbing rituals and unimaginable horrors. Danielle had always been a bit eccentric, but this time was different. Her once radiant warmth and optimism had transformed into an eerie and unsettling presence. We couldn't ignore the shift in her behavior, and it raised concerns among us. As caring friends, we made a decision to delve deeper and uncover the mystery behind her disturbing actions. Soon, we made a surprising discovery. Daniela became morbidly obsessed with demonic rituals. She couldn't help but think about her newfound interests that permeated her daily activities and affected how she interacted with others. While we wonder what led him down this dangerous path, little do we know that the real horror is yet to come. This news hit us like a sledgehammer. 7 of Danielle's former students were abused, leading to her arrest. The cold details are a sign that she is falling into the abyss. The Tampa Bay Times detailed the shocking story of that fateful night. Before dusk, Daniela gathered the children, and the flickering flames of the small fire at St. Petersburg Harbor lit up their innocent faces. Little did they know that they were about to enter a nightmare that could never have been predicted. She told them to cut off their skin to release the evil spirits inside them, saying that they must cleanse their bodies of demons. Their impressionable minds were also infected by the darkness that surrounded them. As the scene unfolds, events take a terrifying turn. When Danielle tried to set a teenager's hand on fire with a lighter, a mysterious wind extinguished the flame, as if by supernatural forces. Unmoved, she doused his hand in perfume and set it on fire, giving the poor boy second-degree burns. Another teenager had his throat cut with a broken bottle for irrational behavior. Still, the horror remains. With sadistic determination, Danielle carves a gash into the young boy's neck and heats a small key with flames until it glows. Children suffer physically and psychologically from being trapped in nightmares created by their teachers. It's a frightening testament to how far a confused mind can go. Finally, a friend of a student who was unknowingly participating in the dark ritual bravely raised the alarm and called the police. Amazingly, after Danielle was arrested for aggravated battery and child abuse, none of the children came forward to tell their parents, and they all kept quiet. To understand the reasons behind Danielle's despicable behavior, investigators must dig deeper into the case. Even when questioned by the authorities, she remains evasive and never reveals the religion or belief system that would lead someone to such drastic measures. We've all been amazed by mystery within mystery and wondered at the limits of our sanity. The haunting story of Danielle Harkins and her descent into darkness continues to haunt us. The community was left in shock and disbelief after Danielle was arrested for abusing her former student. How could a person who brings education and happiness to children commit such covert actions? As her friends, we are deeply guilty. We asked if there were any signs we had missed, if there were any signs that there was darkness within him. In search of answers, we embark on a relentless quest to understand the origins of Danielle's obsession with demonic rituals. We combed through her personal belongings, frantically looking for clues that might reveal her motives. It is during this unsettling journey that we stumble upon a hidden room in her home, a secret room hidden under the floorboards. A pungent smell assaulted our senses as we cautiously stepped into the eerie darkness. There is an otherworldly quality to the air, as if evil spirits lurk beyond our reach. Etched in blood red, the walls of the chamber are decorated with gruesome symbols depicting grotesque scenes of sacrifice and suffering. It's a harrowing image, a harrowing testament to Danielle's descent into darkness. Among the ghostly relics scattered around the room, we found weakened tomes of forbidden knowledge. Delve into the ancient texts of occult practice, and every page has the breath of fear. We carefully leafed through the pages with trembling hands, and our eyes widened in horror at the gruesome rites described therein. Alarmingly, Danielle has studied these dark arts with alarming dedication. As we continued to explore, we came across a mangled log lying in the middle of the chaos. Its pages are filled with scribbles, the hopeless musings of a mind consumed by madness. These entries tell of a growing obsession, an unquenchable thirst for power that drives Danielle deeper into the clutches of the demonic forces she seeks to harness. In the diary, Danielle documents her twisted experiments with the innocent children in her care. She believed that by subjecting them to pain and suffering, she could exorcise the demons inhabiting their fragile bodies. In her desperate quest for supremacy in the supernatural realm, the children become unwitting pawns. However, while reading the diary, we were struck by a frightening realization. Daniela was not acting alone. Mentions of a secret cult shrouded in shadow filled the pages. They spoke of the dark gatherings and sinister rituals that fueled her depraved depravity. It is clear that Danielle is not just a lone perpetrator, but part of a larger, more sinister plan. These revelations shook us to the core. We know that we must expose the truth, the darkness that reigns in our society. Armed with the evidence we uncovered, we presented our findings to the authorities and urged them to investigate the existence of this evil sect and its influence on Danielle's behavior. As the investigation unfolds, the veil of mystery surrounding the cult begins to lift. Connections have been made, sinister webs of influence far beyond our worst nightmares. The cult involves high-ranking persons, prominent persons in society, people who use their positions of power to protect their dark secrets from exposure. In the face of such unimaginable evil, society unites. We refuse to give in to the crippling fear that grips us. We are united in demanding justice for the innocent victims caught in this evil web. The truth will be revealed, and those responsible will face the consequences of their evil deeds. But when faced with the horrors that lurk in the shadows, we can't help but wonder how many stories like Danielle's have gone untold. How many souls have been lured by the dark forces into insane abysses of their own making? Danielle Harkin's harrowing story is a stark reminder that darkness can exist in the most unexpected corners of our world. It calls us to be vigilant, to question the signs we often ignore, and to remember that even those closest to us can hold secrets that we don't understand. As such, Danielle's legacy, falling into darkness, will forever serve as a haunting reminder that there is a fine line between sanity and madness, and that the forces of evil reside within the human soul.